start. So my presentation is basically split into two parts. Briefly, the first one is my self-introduction. Yeah. So my age is 19 and I'm born in Shanghai, China. My major is interior design. My favorite color is violet because I just think it's beautiful. My favorite artist is Egon Schiller, and why I study art is that I just like it. My current wish is my hair grows longer. Yeah. So basically, I just do screenshots of my art statement, and I will talk about why, and how I wrote about these in the process. So first of all, my title is Art Fantasy for the Frame. And I continued my paragraph that I sent in my mini art statement. When the people see my work, I like them to be inspired. And then my work will drag them into the fanciest art fantasy. And I will talk about why they will fall into the art fantasy. Basically, it's around two words that I mentioned in the first paragraph: imaginative and energetic. For the first paragraph, I talk about my usual painting style because these are supposed to be very inspirational. For instance, when I started as when people see my work, I like them to be inspired. It's actually very vague and has some ambiguity, that word, and to roll down because I didn't choose a proper what's your favorite tool and what's your favorite color. So I need to expand and actually adding another topic in the second paragraph. So yeah, so I talk about my paintings usually seem to vary between abstract and semi-abstract because I personally prefer these impressionism rather than realistic drawing. And when I say my paintings, I'm actually not trained there for many years as a painter, but I have studied art and art studios in my high school, which is an international school, and my teacher is a very charming French woman. So she teaches me how to use paint and how to mix colors. She's very into colors. So, and then I continue to talk about how I progressing, evaluate my abstract drawings. My abstract drawings usually means it will have more rough touches and less concrete figures as presented in my work, because Impressionism is more into abstract things instead of you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 very realistic figures. So when I select my materials, there is a certain pattern emerged as I use tools with rougher and more apparent texture oftenly. For example, for paintings, I usually paint on canvas rather than smoother papers because I think just the textures of the canvas give me more inspirations. And for collages, which is a very favorite way for me to paint, I usually use newspapers, tearing clothes, as well as the dumped metal can and many other feathers and toilet paper and these materials to compose and combine them into my work. So throughout these combinations of various materials with intense textures, and after times and times of experiments and the experiments, yeah, I still succeeded on building the visual effect of inspirational and imaginative, because I always aiming for ideal simplicity. Yeah, that's the vocab word. And furthermore, in my works, I collide the contrast colors to examine the relationship between light and color. Because I said that during my high school study, I really look forward into the mixing of colors and their construct and yeah, combination. So usually when we also know from the light color lab, a color with high chroma is not quite applicable since it bores the viewer's eyes. It's too strong to attract people's attention into this color. So basically, when you apply it, you need to mix more and more color into it to make it into a brand new color, so that it's not having a lower chroma and has its own value and different a different sense of color. Yeah. So I always try to mix 4 up to 7 colors together to create one paint for the painting. So as a result, I think I
6
myself
minutes.
yeah, has vividly used the color mixtures to help me evolve energetic appearance and atmosphere in paintings and installations. So these I just put randomly put some of my work. These are actually from my portfolio to Fred. So I didn't actually think I can show that much, but yeah. This was a project about the interior design of a house built for my rabbit. So this is a cat's house, and so all of the buildings are very low. Like the door is more, the furniture is more. So this is a set of 10 collages that I do for each room of the rabbit. And in these collages, I really put into many works. It's a combination of watercolor and the patches of the textures I printed out on white paper. So yeah. These are the final 3D painting work I did. It's actually a model, yeah. So it's you can see that the color is really various, and instead of gray, black, and white, I usually use colorful things in my work. That's because I like energetic and imaginative works. Yeah. Thank you for watching.